Aventa has been offering gender-specific women's treatment for 46 years. We started in 1971. An average of 82% of our clients that come in over the last 3 years report trauma in their histories. So it's really important to have a place where they feel safe, and that is in a gender-specific environment.
So the purpose of the program is to help women to understand the role that trauma has played, to understand how it's played out not just in addictions, but difficulties in relationships and coping in general. Besides the group counseling, there's family counseling, there's a recreational program, and all of those things are quite helpful in helping the young women deal with the complexity of the problems that they come in with. When people go through significant trauma in their life, it's not something that anybody ever really gets over, as much as how do people learn to live with it in their lives and not have it affect them in the same way that it did earlier. So in that sense, it is always with a person. A person's very aware of the way that it's impacted them, but it loses their power over them. We really covered the broad spectrum of the areas of a woman's life that's impacted by both the trauma and the addiction.
Aventa has been an integral part of my recovery. Aventa honestly saved my life because I didn't have the skills, I didn't have the tools to cope with things like maintaining my first job, my first relationship, my first heartbreak, first time living on my own, being financially responsible, like any of that stuff. There's a lot of coping skills that I was given as well, because I do have a lot of trauma in my childhood, which is one of the reasons I chose Aventa, because it is a trauma-based program. After I had graduated, where life got hard. Life gets hard. Life in recovery, especially when you're early in recovery, isn't easy. I was basically alone in Calgary and felt very, very alone. But with Aventa being there and supporting me as I went on, I have been able to succeed.
I truly feel that we're fortunate to work at Aventa and do the work that we do. I mean, we get to help women. We have a choice in whatever profession we choose to work in. I think it's important to acknowledge the fact that this is not easy work that we choose to do at Aventa, and it's not easy work for the women that choose to access our services or the women that deliver the service. I mean, it's really difficult to rehash or bring up traumatic events in your life. It takes a lot of trust, it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of skilled and compassionate counselors to help women walk through that process. I'm really proud of the work that we do at Aventa and of the clinical team that we have at Aventa. I don't think that there's anywhere else that I would rather be than here, making a difference in the lives of women and their families. I mean, healthy women equals healthy families and healthy communities. So what better place to be than at the front line.